This video was published by MBKP International. In this video we're going to talk about our guillotine paper cutters and adjusting the height of this clamp. This would be good for the guillotine EC19M or the guillotine EC19 Pro. And this clamp here, sometimes some people have them adjusted too high, and it's nice to be down just a little lower for safety reasons, because as you can see, the blade's kind of at a slight angle. The clamp is straight across, but as it gets over this edge, sometimes this blade is either even with the clamp or down lower than the clamp, and when that's the case, you could bump your fingers into this by grabbing paper. It could cut you. So it's much safer to have this clamp about a ½ inch or so, or at least a ¼ inch, but maybe a ½ inch lower than that blade on this side. And I'm going to show you how to adjust that if your clamp is not about at least a ¼ inch lower. Okay, right now I got this set to where it's about the same as that, and it's a pretty simple process. You're just going to kind of lift up this top crown a little bit, so you're going to remove the 2 screws there with a Phillips screwdriver. I'll go ahead and turn this off while I do this. You're going to remove the 2 screws over here with the Phillips screwdriver, and then basically you're just going to lift up this lid a little bit. You have to do it on both sides, just maybe about 1 inch or so, and then once you get 1 inch on both sides, you can pull this side up higher. Okay, and I'm just going to rest this corner right on that thing there to help hold it up. But what we're looking at here is this magnet here, and this bracket here can also be adjusted. Basically, you want this magnet, if there's any room for the magnet to go higher, you want to push it higher. It goes up, and it will only go so high. You can see this one's down pretty low. It will go up to about right there. So I'm just going to push this magnet up, and sometimes they're glued, and if they're glued, you just need to get you a little screwdriver and maybe put it right in between there and kind of twist it just to break it free. Okay, and so you can move it, and then just push it all the way up to the top, and that's about the height. It's got a cutout groove here where you can see it right there, and it goes about there at the top. It's kind of behind this thing at the time, but just push it all the way up, and then you can do a retest. Let's go do a test real quick. I'll just do a quick cut, and we'll see where the clamp, how far it comes up this time. As you can see, now the clamp stopped with plenty of room, and that's about right, where if you were to bump your hand here, you're going to bump it into the clamp and not to the blade. So that's a safe distance between the blade and the clamp on this side. Now let's say you push your magnet all the way up and it still doesn't quite get it. There is another adjustment here, and I'll just show that to you real quick. Again, you don't want to lift this up too high because there is a data wire in there, so that can come unplugged if you pull this lid up too high. So only get it up as high as you need to. Right here there's a bracket, and it's connected to this thing here, and it's got 2 screws. You can loosen those 2 Phillips screws and slide this bracket down, and just make sure this thing, I'm going to do it here for you. Let's see, because it's got some room to slide down, and then just pull it down. Okay, now it's all the way down, and when you tighten it back up, you just got to make sure, because you don't want this green board here to hit this middle here, so keep it just a hair away from it. And this tip here is what senses that magnet, so it doesn't have to be in the center of it. It could even be over to the side. It just depends, but just as long as this green board does not hit that when it comes out. So you can slide that bracket and that green board down, and then tighten these screws back up if you need it more, or if for some reason you couldn't get this magnet broken free if it's glued or whatever, but you may have some adjustment room there where you can slide that down. Okay, and I did that, so I did them both now, and it's gonna be probably even lower now, like maybe down to there or something when it comes back up. So now there's a bigger gap between them. But the more you do this, though, you're going to create a smaller space here for a stack of paper, which is fine. You know, you typically don't need to do 500 sheets. Most people don't. So, but that's how you adjust it and get your clamp a little lower, so as a safety caution to keep not bumping to that blade ever. This video is published by MBKP International.